Oh man, chilly. I'm doing something today I've been putting off for a long time, but needs to be done. So let's do it. Something you should know about me: I am an extreme extrovert. I want to be with people all the time. Now, it doesn't mean I want to be like at a party all the time. I don't want to be surrounded by tons of people that I don't really know. But I always want to be with my favorite people. I don't really value alone time that much. Even on a short drive like this where I'm going to do something, I don't really like alone time, which is probably one of the reasons being a YouTuber works well for me. Is I don't mind sharing lots about me with lots of other people. I'm an extrovert. I don't really value secrecy like maybe your average introvert does. When I'm alone and I'm running out to do something here, we live out of the city, out of the town, away from lots of people, and so a lot of the drives I do are very rural drives. So when I am actually alone and I have time to listen to the radio and just kind of think to myself, I find I feel one of the most frequent times that I feel homesick is when I'm driving by myself right now through rural Pennsylvania. I find it's a pattern. I find it kind of a pattern. This happens pretty much every time. I'm driving through, the hills, the rolling hills of beautiful western PA and admiring the beautiful scenic overviews. And I think to myself how much I love Pennsylvania. I have fallen in love with Pennsylvania. I fell in love with my wife in Pennsylvania, and I fell in love with Pennsylvania not too long afterward. And for years I've been coming here, not only to visit family, but also because I love it. I love being out in the country. I love the scenery. I love spending time in the woods of Pennsylvania. While driving through these hills of Pennsylvania and thinking about how much I love Pennsylvania, I start to think about how it still doesn't feel like home, and it sets me off on a homesickness loop. Kind of the same thing every time. Wow, this is beautiful. I really love Pennsylvania, but it still doesn't feel like home. It's not Connecticut, and so many things are different. And then I get kind of into a dip.
Take a slight right turn on.
I'm driving by myself, listening to music, and a song can just put you right back. A lot of times it's a song that'll play that I was listening to when we were getting ready to move. Maybe I was going to pick up the Penske truck, or I was taking a trailer full of our stuff that we were throwing away to the dump. Something that kind of triggers that feeling of home. And they say home is where the heart is. First off, super vague. So thanks for that, saying people. Ever thought of home is where the heart is? Do they mean physically where the heart is? Because right now the heart is in, my van, and that's not home. That'd be pretty depressing if I was living in a van down by the river. Know what I'm saying?
In half a mile, the destination is on your left.
I don't think it's a matter of love, you know, for home. Sometimes people live a place that they don't love, but it's still home. They still look back on it with feelings of home. I'm afraid I've been putting this off for a long time, and I don't really know why. Honestly, not being dramatic here, the reality is probably because I hate going into like the DMV. I think it's time though. Time to say goodbye to the old Connecticut driver's license. There it is. Got my new Pennsylvania driver's license. Without showing you all my personal information, not a bad photo. Works for me. Better put it back in the wallet. I gotta say, that was a lot easier than going to the DMV in Connecticut. I like Pennsylvania, I really do. That's why I moved here. But it's like a new pair of shoes. You wear a pair of shoes, you like them, you use them, eventually they get old, they get broken down, they get stinky, and you just need to get a new pair of shoes, right? So you go shopping for a new pair of shoes, and if you're anything like me when you go shopping for a new pair of shoes, well, I'm very sorry. Because shopping for a new pair of shoes with me it's a nightmare. Because I'm looking for the perfect pair of shoes. They need to fit perfectly, and they need to be comfortable, and they need to have the right support and not look funny when I do that funny walk in front of the mirror that you do when you're trying out shoes. And the problem is, new shoes are not your favorite shoes. They're not those comfortable shoes that you've already broken in and that you liked, and that you like so much that you just destroyed them and made them stinky old shoes. And you like the new shoes, you buy them, you spend money to buy them, but then you go home and you put them on again and you're like, oh, I don't know, did I make them wrong? Did I make a mistake? They got this funny thing right there when I take a step. No? Is that just me? Am I the only one with new shoes? Point is, Pennsylvania is new shoes. I spent a lot of money on them, and I went through a lot of work to get here. And now I'm in that stage where I put them on and I'm like, I don't know, was this the right decision? Should I be here? You know, give me some time. They'll become my comfortable shoes. I'll feel like I belong. But right now they're new shoes that I just bought, and I'm having buyer's remorse. That's kind of what it's like. Buying a new pair of shoes, moving to a new place. There's times where you think to yourself, I don't know if this was the right pair of shoes. Doesn't mean you made a mistake, it's just the way it works, at least with me it is. I think home is about belonging and familiarity, and you don't have that with a pair of new shoes. I'm gonna stop talking to a camera in the middle of the PennDOT parking lot so I don't look crazy and they revoke my new license. Rolling Hills of PA. They're beautiful. They're just beautiful. I like it. I like Pennsylvania. I like where we are. I bought the new shoes. I just haven't broken them in yet. You know, when you're home, you know where to go to get a good coffee. You know where to go to get a good sandwich for lunch. You got friends you can stop in unannounced and say hello to. Home is a sense of belonging, looking around and saying, yeah, this is my place, this is where I belong. Just feeling like you're from there. And I don't know how long it will take me to wear these shoes in, but I'll get there, and I guess you'll come along for the ride, right? Anyway, I got my new license, so that's what this video was about. I am officially a licensed driver of Pennsylvania. Sorry, Connecticut. Sorry, not sorry. Alright, I'm gonna finish driving through these beautiful mountains and listening to music and feeling homesick. Anybody watching from back home, we do miss you guys, and hope you can visit. And anybody watching from PA, we do like PA. I like PA. It'll feel like home one of these days. We'll get there. But if you're gonna break in a shoe, you might as well do it doing something you love to do, right?
Yep.
You ready, bud?
Yeah.
You ready, pup? Let's go get some birds.
That'd be awesome. Here you go, pup. Where's that bird at? Yep. Taking our final loop here. Come on, pup. Where's that bird? Where's that bird? Oh, there's one. You see that? Watch it, watch it. Hey, pup, pup, heel. You see that? He flew this way. We're gonna get that bird. Rooster. He flew towards the road. I couldn't shoot him.
In tomorrow's episode of Homesteady, I make a declaration, and there were going to be no more ducks on our farm. That's right, no more ducks. Find out why in tomorrow's episode of Homesteady. YouTube doesn't promote all our videos to all our subscribers, so make sure you don't miss any by signing up to this email list. Every Friday, I send out links to all our videos so you don't miss any of them.